Dear student, in the previous class we have discussed about the relative poverty. Today we are going to discuss about the some more concept regarding poverty. Now another one is the absolute poverty. When we call about the absolute poverty, in a absolute poverty, it is the total number of people which lives below poverty line. Yeah, we can say such number of people which are unable to fulfill their basic requirement are called the absolute poor. And in the relative poverty, we compare the poverty in different individual, different community, different nations, and a different society. That is the absolute poverty, the relative poverty. Example: according to absolute measure, around 22% of the Indian population is below poverty line. This is the one example of the absolute poverty. The concept of absolute poverty is relevant for the less developed countries or developing countries like India, where there is a abundance of poverty, or we can say mass poverty. It helps to measure the number of poor people. Limitation: the method of poverty line used to measure absolute poverty. For identifying who are poor, we use the poverty line. Does not differentiate between very much poor and other poor. But remember, very much poor and other poor cannot be differentiated by poverty line. Moreover, it does not consider social factors that generate and are responsible for poverty, like illiteracy, ill health, and lack of access of resources, discrimination of lack of civil and political reform. This is the limitations. Now measurement of poverty pre and post independence of India. Now let us discuss about the what is poverty line. Poverty line is a demarcation line which differentiate from the above poverty line people to below poverty line people. Now before independence or pre-independence time, Dadabhai Nehruji was the first person to discuss about the concept of poverty line. According to him, he have given a concept that is jail cost living to calculate the poverty line. He used the menu for a prisoner. Why it is called the jail cost? The food provided to the prisoner at the jail or the prison is the lowest standard and used appropriate prevailing price to arrive at the cost of consumption of an adult prisoner. Or we can say, if a person is able to get the equivalent food to a prisoner have in a jail, then more than that the person is called the APL, and below the standard the person is called the poor. He termed the consumption cost as a jail cost of living. As only adults stay in jail, he divided the population into two parts. Now according to him, there are two parts of the population. He assumed that one third of the total population consists of children. Now, out of 100%, one third, that is near about 33% of the population consists children. One half of them, or 1 by third, 33, and one half means half of them, that is 1 by 6, consumed very little. These are infant, yeah, below 5 years age, which the while the other half, that is 1 by 2 of 1 by 3, 1 by 6, consumed half of the adult diet. Now two-third, rest of the population considered of the adult, they consume the full diet. Now we have two type of population. One is the children consist of 33%, and adult more than age of the 18, they consist of 66%. Now according to them, only 66%, according to Dadabhai Nehruji, only 66% of the population consume the full diet. But out of these children, again 1 by 6 of them only eat very less, and on rest of them consume. Now how he have calculated weighted average of consumption of three segment, the average poverty line comes out to the 3/4 of the adult jail cost of living. Now 1/6, these are infant or below 5 that consumes very little means 0. 1/6 multiplied by 0 is equals to 0, plus 1/6 into half diet, that is the children below the age of 18 and above the age of 5, they eat half of the adult. 1/6 of the half means 1/3. 0 plus 1/3 plus 2/3 into full diet into 1. If we add 1/6 into 0 plus 1/6 into 1/2 plus 2/3 multiply with 1, it becomes 3/4. So now what we can conclude from the jail cost of living, if we have the 100 crores of population, that is only means 100 crores of population, it means that only 75 crore of the population's full diet is required for us. That is called the jail cost of living. Now in post independence India, after independence, there have been several attempts to identify the number of poor in the country. In 1962, Planning Commission formed a study group, and in 1979, Task Force on Projection of Minimum Needs and Effective Consumption Demand was formed. In 1989, an expert group was constituted for the same purpose. Beside these bodies, many individual economists have also attempted to develop such a mechanism to identify the poor and non-poor people. Now, concept of poverty line is what is a poverty line? Poverty line is a cut-off point or the line of distribution which usually divide the population of the country as a poor and a non-poor. Or in a simple word, we can say it is a mechanism in by which we can identify poor and non-poor people. Now, determination of poverty line. In India, monthly per capita income MPC monthly per capita income method is used to determine the poverty. This is also called the income method. In income method, according to this method, monetary value per capita expenditure of the minimum calorie intake is calculated. Now, that is its first part, minimum calorie intake. The Planning Commission has defined poverty line on the basis of recommended nutrition requirement of 24 calories per person per day for rural areas and 2100 calories per person per day in the urban areas. Now, according to this method, a person who lives in the urban area and consumes urban area and consumes less than 2100 calorie in a day, less than, is called poor. Similarly, a person lives in the rural India and consumes less than 2400 calorie per day are called poor. This is the one criteria. This is called the minimum calorie intake, or we can say this is a expenditure method. Expenditure, because in this, why the person why we call the expenditure method, because the person income received by an individual is used for the consumption is mainly for the basic requirement. Other cannot be measured. Food gives us calorie, and that calorie can be used as a measure to identify the poor and the non-poor. Now that is the for summary: 2400 calories per person per day for the rural areas and 2100 calories per person per day for the urban areas. Now you might be surprising why more calories are required in the rural areas. Rural population or rural individual do more of the physical work than the urban one. Urban population do more less physical work and more skilled one. That's why they require more calorie. Now, monetary value of minimum calorie intake. According to Planning Commission Tendulkar methodology, the minimum monthly per capita consumption expenditure (MPC) in 2011-12 is worked out to be 8 rupees 816 per person in rural areas and 1000 in urban area. Now, another, that is the income method. According to 2011-12 data, or that is Tendulkar methodology, a committee that decides that a person lives in rural India and earning more than or equivalent 816 rupees for a month, that is for 30 days, are called the APL, and below than it 816 are called the poor. Similarly, for urban areas, if a person is earning 1000 rupees in a per month, then he is called APL. Poverty line divide the poor and the non-poor. There are many kinds of poor: the absolute poor, the very poor, and the poor. Similarly, then there are various kind of non-poor: the middle class, upper middle class, the rich, the very rich, and absolutely rich. The poverty line only divides the poor and the non-poor. Now, this is the poverty line tries to divide the society into two parts. One is the poor and another one is non-poor. Now, absolutely poor. Let us understand some of the topic. These people, absolutely poor, these always remains the below the poverty line. Very poor, absolutely poor, they do not have nothing. Very poor, they are also poor. And the poor, these three always lives below the poverty line. Now, not so poor, sometimes they may come below the poverty line, but they are not so poor, they are not so. And the middle class, they never touch to poverty line. Upper middle class, they are higher income group. The richer, more than that, the very rich, and then millionaire and a billionaire. And all these categories, now whole of the society is divided into two parts: poor and non-poor. Now, this method of determining poverty line is updated over time to take care of changes in price level. These changes takes place in every passage of time with the passage of time. Now, categorizing the poverty, how can we categorize the poverty? We'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day for today.